5 things you should not tell any girl. High-value men must know. Stoic life lessons. Beware of the barrenness of a busy life. Socrates. Too often we give too much of ourselves to the wrong people and end up drained and broken. Have you ever felt like you gave everything to someone only to be left feeling betrayed? It's time to take back control of your life. In today's video on Win Stoic, we'll uncover the 5 critical things you should never tell any girl if you want to keep your power and stay true to yourself. These lessons aren't just about protecting your heart, they're about building strength and self-respect. What's the most important lesson you've learned in your relationships? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's dive in. One, avoid letting physical attraction blind you. One of the first and most important Stoic life lessons in relationships is not letting physical attraction blind you to someone's true character. While it's natural to be drawn to a great smile or captivating eyes, after all, we are wired to appreciate beauty. The real danger lies in becoming blinded by it. A wise man understands that beauty, while pleasing to the senses, is transient and superficial. The world often deceives us with shiny exteriors, but, as any seasoned man knows, a pretty face does not guarantee a kind or loving heart. The outer appearance can be compared to a beautifully wrapped book cover, but if the pages are empty, there's no substance. Stoicism teaches us to look beyond the surface, to seek the essence of things and people. So, before you're swept away by good looks, pause and ask yourself, who are they really? What lies behind that exterior? Because while beauty may catch your eye, it's character that will keep you grounded. And here's the harsh truth sometimes: a beautiful shell can hide a cold or cruel heart. If all you see is a pretty exterior, but their actions reveal selfishness or indifference, it's time to walk away. You're worth far more than a surface-level connection, and as a high-value man, you deserve someone whose character shines as brightly as their appearance. This principle, rooted in Stoicism, reminds us to value what truly lasts: inner virtue. Beauty fades, but a good heart endures forever. In modern life, especially with social media constantly bombarding us with images of perfection, it's easy to get caught up in the superficial. We often forget that behind every filtered photo is a person with flaws, insecurities, and real emotions. As you navigate relationships, it's essential to keep in mind that chasing beauty alone will never lead to lasting fulfillment. A Stoic man does not seek temporary pleasures, but instead values wisdom and genuine connections. The same applies to your interactions with women. If you find yourself overly focused on looks, remind yourself of Marcus Aurelius' teaching: the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Shift your focus to what's truly meaningful: authenticity, loyalty, and emotional depth. When you prioritize these qualities, you're not only practicing Stoic life lessons, but also building relationships that can withstand the test of time. So, remember, next time you're captivated by someone's appearance, take a step back. Ask yourself whether their inner self matches the beauty you're seeing. Because at the end of the day, you want to be with someone who will grow with you, someone who will uplift and support you, not just someone who looks good standing next to you. That is what it means to be a high-value man who understands Stoicism. You see beyond illusions and recognize the true worth in people. Comment, "I agree," if you resonate with this perspective, or "I don't think so," if you have a different opinion. Rule 2. Don't pour out your love too easily. In today's fast-paced world, where instant gratification is the norm, we often forget that love isn't something to be given away lightly. Stoicism teaches us the importance of self-control and discernment, especially in relationships. When you meet someone, it's natural to feel excitement, maybe even an instant connection. But here's the truth. Rushing to pour out your heart, offering all your love too soon, is not a sign of strength, but of vulnerability that may not serve you well. Love is precious. It's not something to be thrown around carelessly. This doesn't mean you should be cold or distant. It means you need to protect your emotional investment. If you hand over your love too quickly, you risk being taken for granted, leaving you vulnerable to those who see your affections as an opportunity for manipulation or a quick ego boost. Think about this. Have you ever been in a situation where you opened up too quickly, shared your deepest feelings, and then watched as they were taken for granted, or worse, used against you? It's painful, right? That's because love is meant to be earned, not just handed out freely. By offering all of yourself too soon, you send the message that your love is easy to come by, which can make some people value it less. It's like giving away something for free that took you years to build. People might appreciate it for a moment, but because they didn't work for it, they may discard it without a second thought. Now, imagine a scenario that you might see all too often in today's dating world. You meet someone, and everything seems perfect. You start texting constantly, share your feelings openly, and before you know it, you're head over heels. But then, out of nowhere, they pull away, they stop responding as much, or they seem less interested. What happened? You gave too much too soon. They didn't have to earn your love. You just handed it over. And because it came so easily, they didn't value it the way they should have. This isn't just about guarding yourself against hurt. It's about recognizing your own value. High-value men understand this. They know that their love is a rare gift, something to be cherished. They don't rush to give it away to anyone who shows interest. They wait, they observe, and they ensure that the person they're investing in is worthy of that kind of emotional investment. Ask yourself, how can you approach love in a way that honors both your emotions and your self-worth? How can you ensure that you're not just giving away a piece of yourself to someone who won't appreciate or respect it? These are critical questions, not just for romantic relationships, but for all relationships in life. Stoicism today reminds us that we have control over our reactions and emotions, and that includes the way we give love. When you keep your emotions in check and don't pour out your love too easily, you give the other person a chance to show that they are deserving of what you have to offer. The lesson here is simple but profound. Love should be a two-way street. If someone truly values you, they will work to earn your affection, just as you should for them. Don't rush to give your heart away. Instead, take your time, observe, and let things unfold naturally. By doing so, you not only protect yourself, but you also create the space for a deeper, more meaningful connection that is built on mutual respect and admiration. You deserve someone who will cherish your love, not someone who will take it for granted. So hold on to your heart, until you find that person. In the end, Stoic happiness comes not from rushing into love, but from making deliberate, thoughtful choices that align with your true worth. If you find these insights helpful, don't hesitate to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's continue to explore the profound influence of Stoicism together. Rule 3. Don't sacrifice your happiness to please them. Listen closely, because this is crucial if you want to embody the true essence of a high-value man, one who approaches life with a Stoic mindset, like those who live by the principles of Win Stoic. You should never, and I mean never, sacrifice your own happiness just to please someone else, especially when you're giving everything and receiving nothing in return. Picture this. You're constantly going out of your way, bending over backwards to make them happy, but what do you get? Maybe a bit of fleeting appreciation, or worse, you get nothing at all, just disrespect and disregard. How often do we compromise who we are, hoping to gain their approval, only to be left feeling hollow inside? And for what? There's a famous quote by Eleanor Roosevelt that goes, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent." Think about that for a moment. Are you consenting to let someone take advantage of your kindness, of your effort, without giving anything back? Often, when we give too much, people start taking us for granted. They don't see us as valuable because everything comes too easily. It's like giving them the keys to a kingdom they didn't earn. Why would they treasure it if they didn't have to work for it? This isn't a balanced relationship. It's exploitation, plain and simple. And you, my friend, are not a doormat. You are not here to be stepped on or used. You're worth more than that, much more. The moment you find yourself compromising your well-being, your peace of mind, just to keep someone else comfortable, that's the moment you need to pause and reflect. Ask yourself, am I losing myself just to keep this person around? Is this person truly worth the sacrifice of my own happiness? Relationships are meant to be a partnership where both people grow together, support each other, and share the effort equally. You shouldn't be the only one carrying the load. If they expect you to be the only one making sacrifices, the only one bending to their will, then it's time to realize they don't deserve you. Your happiness matters. Don't throw it away for someone who doesn't value it. As the philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. So why fill your life with thoughts that revolve around pleasing someone who doesn't even appreciate your efforts? The truth is, a high-value man never loses himself for someone who doesn't deserve him. He stands firm in his self-respect, and if the relationship isn't serving him, he moves on. Why? Because his happiness comes from within, not from external validation. He understands that a real, healthy relationship is one where both partners uplift each other. If you're with someone who doesn't care about your happiness as much as they care about their own, they are not the right person for you. And here's an open-ended question to reflect on. How many times have you sacrificed your own happiness for someone else, and was it truly worth it in the end? So, if you want to embrace the full potential of your Stoic mindset and live as a high-value man, remember this rule: never sacrifice your own happiness to please someone else. Value yourself, because when you do, others will start to see your true worth. Relationships should enhance your life, not drain it. Win Stoic by choosing yourself first, and trust me, the right people, the ones who truly appreciate you, will always follow. Now ask yourself, are you ready to live a life where your happiness comes first, or will you keep sacrificing it for someone who doesn't even notice? Rule 4. Don't get fooled by their sweet words. Words are one of the most powerful tools of manipulation, and some people are incredibly skilled at using them to their advantage. In the world of relationships, it's easy to get swept away by compliments, promises, or flattery. But here's the Stoic truth. Words are cheap. What truly matters are actions, the deeds that back up those words. A person can promise you the world, tell you everything you want to hear, and create a story that feels like a dream. But when it comes time to act, they vanish or fail to live up to the expectations they've set. This is a trap that many fall into. As Epictetus wisely noted, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Actions reveal character, not words. You might hear sweet words, like promises of loyalty, affection, or future plans. But if those words aren't followed by consistent behavior, then they hold no value. It's easy to fall into the temptation of believing in what someone says. After all, we all crave reassurance and validation. But as a high-value man, you must understand that the true test of someone's intent is not in their declarations, but in the follow-through. If someone says they care about you but consistently fails to show up when you need them, their words are nothing more than hot air. What you're after is something real, not a fairy tale built on illusions. In modern life, we're constantly bombarded with promises, whether it's in relationships, business, or even friendships. And too often, we place too much faith in what people say, rather than observing what they do. This doesn't mean you should be cynical or distrustful, but rather, you need to be discerning. High-value men aren't fooled by mere words. They watch actions closely and make decisions based on those actions. If someone's behavior doesn't align with their promises, it's a red flag that you shouldn't ignore. It's a lesson that applies to all areas of life, whether it's about trust, business, or love. Actions always speak louder than words. Don't settle for someone who sweet-talks you, only to disappear when it matters most. You deserve more. You deserve someone who not only says they care, but shows it in every way. It's easy for someone to tell you what you want to hear, but if they can't back it up with consistent effort and reliability, then it's time to reconsider your position in that dynamic. A Stoic approach to relationships means not getting swayed by charming phrases or grand promises. Instead, focus on reality, on what is verifiable and true. As a high-value man, you need to remain grounded in your standards, ensuring that anyone who comes into your life adds real value rather than just illusions. In conclusion, remember this. Words are easy, but actions are the true measure of intent. The Stoics taught us to judge people by their deeds, not their speech. If you want to live a fulfilling life, filled with genuine relationships and real connections, then you must practice this Stoic life lesson. Don't be fooled by sweet words, and always look for the truth behind them. Real power, real value lies in what people do, not just what they say. So, stay sharp, stay discerning, and never forget that you're worthy of more than empty promises. Share your experiences or simply type Stoic happiness in the comments to let us know you're on this journey with us. Your insights are what keep this community thriving, and together we can continue to explore how Stoicism today shapes our lives in meaningful ways. Rule 5. Never tell your dark past. Too soon. In life, we've all been through highs and lows, moments of triumph and times of hardship. While those difficult experiences shape who we are today, they don't define us entirely. Often in the early stages of getting to know someone, especially when we're eager for affection or approval, the temptation to share our darkest memories can feel overwhelming. But before you lay it all out there, stop and think. Is this person really worthy of hearing your deepest struggles? Early vulnerability, while it may seem like a fast track to building closeness, can sometimes backfire. Not everyone you meet will have the maturity or compassion to handle your past with care. Worse still, they may use your pain as a tool to manipulate or hurt you down the line. It's human nature to want to connect, especially with someone you feel drawn to. The urge to bare your soul and share everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, can feel liberating. But Stoicism today reminds us of the importance of self-control and protecting what makes us vulnerable. High-value men understand this. Your past, especially the tough parts, should only be shared with those who have earned your trust. There's power in patience. Take the time to really understand the character of the person you're opening up to. Are they supportive, trustworthy, and capable of handling the truth without judgment? Or are they someone who might use your honesty against you when things get tough? Trust is something earned over time, not given freely to anyone who shows interest. Consider this in the context of a modern story. Think about a man who recently started dating someone new. They get along great, and he feels an instant connection. On the third date, in a moment of vulnerability, he opens up about a difficult part of his past, a mistake he made, something he deeply regrets. At first, she seems empathetic, but as the weeks go by, small comments start slipping out. She begins to subtly use his past as ammunition during disagreements. Before long, the very thing he confided in her about is now a point of manipulation and control. It's a painful lesson, but it's one that could have been avoided if he had just taken the time to know her better before trusting her with his most sensitive truths. Could you imagine finding yourself in this situation? It begs the question, when should you share and with whom? Your past is your story, yes, but it's not something to be laid bare for just anyone. It belongs to you, and it's up to you when and how to share it. By guarding your heart, you're practicing the art of Stoic happiness, finding fulfillment in your own growth and not relying on others to validate your worth. Remember, the person who is truly worthy of your past is the one who values your present and sees the strength in your journey. They won't judge you for your mistakes, but will admire how you've grown from them. So, what's the lesson here? Protect your past. Share it only with those who have proven they are deserving of it. It's not about hiding who you are. It's about valuing yourself enough to know that your dark moments aren't for casual consumption. Instead of rushing to reveal your scars, take time to ensure that the person you're with will stand by you, no matter what. Because at the end of the day, being a high-value man means being selective with who gets to know the depths of your story. In Stoicism today, we recognize that happiness and peace come from within, not from seeking approval by oversharing. If you find these insights helpful, don't hesitate to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's continue to explore the profound influence of Stoicism together. 12 ways to make her choose you over other men. High-value men must know. Stoic life lessons. It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Epictetus. Ever found yourself wondering why you aren't her first choice? We've all been there, feeling overlooked while she seems more interested in someone else. But here's the good news. You have the power to change that narrative. In today's video on Win Stoic, we're diving into 12 powerful ways to make her choose you over any other man. By embracing these Stoic life lessons, you can transform from just another option to her undeniable choice. Ready to take the lead in your love life? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's explore these strategies together for personal growth and lasting happiness. Number 1. Build a foundation of trust. Building a foundation of trust is essential if you want to stand out from the competition and make her choose you over other men. In the world of dating and relationships, it's crucial to understand that she's constantly, albeit subtly, evaluating you against other potential partners. The decision to invest emotionally in you isn't taken lightly. To win her over, you need to be just a little bit better in all the right ways, more considerate in your actions, more reliable in your promises, and maybe even a little funnier to brighten her day. While trust might not be the main focus in a casual fling, it becomes absolutely vital when you're aiming for something deeper and more meaningful. Trust forms the bedrock upon which any lasting relationship is built. It's the key to her feeling safe and secure enough to be vulnerable with you. This means she's not just looking for someone who can make her laugh or take her out on fancy dates. She's looking for someone she can count on, someone who won't let her down. To be that trustworthy guy, you need to embody the principles of Stoicism. Be honest, maintain your integrity, and live up to your word. Remember the words of Marcus Aurelius. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Always tell the truth. Keep every promise you make, and be consistently reliable. These actions are not just about proving yourself to her. They are about cultivating a character that commands respect and admiration. In a world where people often fail to meet their commitments, being the man who does what he says he will do makes you rare and valuable. This reliability creates a sense of security, enabling the relationship to deepen and flourish over time. When she knows she can trust you, she's more likely to open up, share her innermost thoughts, and build a bond that withstands the test of time. Trust is the bridge between two souls, and by becoming the man she can rely on, you're not just building that bridge, you're fortifying it with every honest act and every fulfilled promise. By embracing these Stoic life lessons and asking yourself, what is Stoicism? You embark on a journey not just to win her heart, but to become a man who is worthy of being chosen above all others. So, commit today to being unwaveringly reliable, always truthful, and ever considerate. This is how you lay a solid foundation of trust, one that will make her see you as the partner she wants to build her future with, someone she chooses not just today, but every day thereafter. Comment, "I agree," if you resonate with this perspective, or "I don't think so," if you have a different opinion. Number 2. Prove you are a safe haven for her. Attraction is indeed a multifaceted puzzle, much more than just physical appeal or surface-level charm. While confidence and strength may catch her eye initially, what truly makes her stay is a deeper sense of safety and security. You see, in the world of Stoicism today, it's about embodying values that provide a stable foundation. Ask yourself, how do you make her feel? If you come off as too aggressive or insincere, she will instinctively pull away. However, when you project a calm, respectful demeanor and back it up with consistent, trustworthy actions, you lay the groundwork for something much more meaningful. It's about showing her, not just telling her, that you're a man of integrity. Being a safe haven means more than just avoiding negative behaviors. It involves actively cultivating a space where she feels understood and valued. Use your humor thoughtfully to lighten her mood without crossing any boundaries. Respect is not just a word, but a practice to respect her space, her choices, and her feelings. This means no mind games, no inconsistencies, just clear, honest communication. Face challenges head-on with emotional maturity. Life throws curveballs, and how you handle them speaks volumes about your character. Remember, Stoic happiness is about remaining steadfast and balanced, even in the face of adversity. When a woman senses that with you, she doesn't have to second-guess her safety, neither physically nor emotionally, she will naturally gravitate towards you, opening up in ways she wouldn't with just anyone. Let me share a story that brings this point home. Picture a man named Michael. He's a high-powered executive, strong, confident, with everything going for him. But his relationships always seemed to fall apart. Why? Because he often projected his insecurities by being too controlling, too unpredictable. Then Michael met Sarah, a woman who valued emotional safety above all else. Instead of rushing things, he decided to approach their relationship differently. He was patient, listened intently, respected her pace, and made sure she always felt comfortable. Michael embraced the principles of Stoic happiness. He was consistent, calm, and genuine. Over time, Sarah found in him a sense of stability she hadn't experienced before. She chose him over others, not because he was the loudest or the most charismatic in the room, but because with him she felt safe to be her true self. Now, isn't that what we all seek in our relationships? Someone who accepts us without pretense or pressure. So, how can you apply this to your life? Think about the qualities you value in others. How do those align with how you present yourself to someone you care about? Are you creating an environment where she feels safe to express herself, free from judgment or fear? Remember, in the practice of Stoicism today, every action we take should be rooted in virtue and self-awareness. A relationship built on these principles is one that endures. When you become her safe haven, you're not just winning her affection, you're earning her trust, her respect, and her love. And that is the cornerstone of any relationship worth having. What steps can you take today to be the person she feels safe with, both in her heart and in her mind? Reflect on this, because true connection stems from a place of genuine safety and emotional openness. The lesson here is clear. To win her heart over any other, be the man who makes her feel secure, respected, and deeply understood. Number 3. Act confident like you are already desired. To truly stand out and make her choose you over other men, it's crucial to embody a level of confidence that suggests you are already desired. This is what distinguishes high-value men who possess a Stoic mindset. Many men fall into the trap of thinking that flashy gestures or grand declarations of love are what will win her over, often influenced by the unrealistic portrayals of romance in movies. However, real attraction is not born from desperation or the need to prove yourself to her. Instead, it stems from a deep sense of self-assurance and a calm, collected demeanor that conveys you're content with who you are and confident in your own worth. This isn't about arrogance or appearing uninterested. It's about carrying yourself with a quiet confidence that signals you're not desperate for attention or approval. Think of the words of Epictetus. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This quote underscores the importance of maintaining your composure and not letting the desire for validation dictate your actions. When you project the energy that you are happy with your own company and satisfied with your own life, you naturally become more attractive to those around you. It's about being so secure in yourself that you don't need to chase or convince anyone to like you. Instead, your confidence acts like a magnet, drawing genuine and mutual attraction towards you. And this is a powerful demonstration of the Win Stoic approach, remaining centered, calm, and confident regardless of external circumstances. Ask yourself, what does it mean to truly value yourself and your own company? How does this change the way you interact with others, especially in romantic situations? When you stop focusing on winning her over and start focusing on being the best version of yourself, you will naturally exude an allure that others find irresistible. So, how can you cultivate this level of self-assurance? It starts with embracing a Stoic mindset, one that is grounded in self-awareness and personal growth. By doing so, you'll not only make her choose you over other men, but also position yourself as a high-value man who commands respect and admiration. If you find these insights helpful, don't hesitate to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's continue to explore the profound influence of Stoicism together. Number 4. Let her pursue you. To make her choose you over other men, you must first embody the mindset of a high-value man, someone who understands his worth and isn't afraid to let it shine. The first key to achieving this is to let her pursue you, but not in a manipulative or deceptive way. Think of yourself as the prize, a concept deeply rooted in both ancient wisdom and modern relationship dynamics. When you are overly eager to jump into a relationship, it often signals desperation, a trait that can be quite off-putting. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts," and this applies perfectly here. By maintaining your sense of worth, you demonstrate that your value does not hinge on any one person's approval. This approach isn't about playing games. Rather, it's about being sincere in your intentions while ensuring you don't undervalue yourself in the process. Show her that you have options, that your life is full and vibrant with or without a romantic partner. This doesn't mean you should be aloof or cold. Instead, it means being mindful of your own needs and desires, making sure you're ready to commit only when the connection feels genuine and mutually rewarding. When a woman feels that she has to earn your attention and affection, the relationship becomes more meaningful. This is because she perceives your commitment as something special, something worth striving for. It's like a precious gem. If everyone could have it, it wouldn't be as valuable. By giving her the space to chase you a bit, you foster a dynamic that is both exciting and deeply fulfilling. This method, however, is not about manipulation. It is about honesty, self-awareness, and authenticity. It's about creating a relationship dynamic where both parties feel they have won something of immense value. And in doing so, you naturally become more attractive because you are showing that you understand your own value, a fundamental Stoic life lesson that men need to learn. Relating this to modern life, think about how we approach our careers or hobbies. We don't just give ourselves away. We build skills, invest time, and create value. Why should a relationship be any different? A high-value man knows that his time and emotional investment are worth just as much as hers. This mindset creates a healthy balance and makes her see you as a partner worth choosing over others. This doesn't mean you should be distant or dismissive. On the contrary, it's about being fully present in the moments you share, showing genuine interest without coming across as needy or dependent. Remember, a meaningful relationship is not a race to the finish line, but a journey where both of you feel excited to continue exploring together. So, take a step back, reflect on what you truly want, and let her see that you are a man who understands what is truly important. In doing so, you'll find that not only does she pursue you, but she also respects and values you in a way that makes the bond stronger and more enduring. This is what Stoic life lessons teach us about the art of attraction and the importance of knowing one's worth. Number 5. Live your life fully. In the journey to win someone's heart, it's easy to become consumed with the idea of making them happy, often to the point where you lose yourself. But here's the truth. The more you make your life revolve around someone else, the less valuable you become in their eyes. Think about it. She's not just looking for someone who merely exists for her. She desires a partner who lives with passion and purpose, who brings excitement into every day, and whose life is already full of richness and meaning. Picture two scenarios. One man waits by the phone all day, hoping for her call, while the other is out exploring, living with vigor, whether it's climbing mountains, learning new skills, or engaging in his favorite hobbies. Who do you think she'll find more attractive? It's not about being unavailable or playing hard to get. It's about being genuinely invested in your own life. Consider a modern-day example. Imagine a man named Alex, who, after a breakup, decides to channel his energy into something he's always wanted to do: learn to surf. Instead of wallowing in self-pity or waiting for his ex to reconsider, he takes up surfing lessons. In the process, he not only finds a new passion, but also meets new people, learns resilience, and finds joy in the challenge of mastering something new. This newfound zest for life makes Alex more appealing not just to his ex, who sees him thriving, but to everyone around him. His transformation is visible. He's not the same person who was once heartbroken. He's now someone who is interesting, confident, and fully engaged with the world around him. What can we learn from Alex's story? The key lesson here is that true attractiveness isn't about how much you're willing to give up for someone, but how much you're willing to grow for yourself. This growth is what Stoic happiness is all about, a contentment that comes from within, not from external validation. And in today's world, or Stoicism today as we call it, this principle is more relevant than ever. We live in a time where being self-sufficient and emotionally resilient is not just desirable, but necessary. So, ask yourself, are you living a life that excites you? Are you pursuing your dreams, your passions, your goals? Or are you merely waiting around for someone to choose you? The truth is, when you live fully and authentically, you not only become more attractive to others, but also experience a deeper, more fulfilling kind of happiness, one that is rooted in your own growth and self-discovery. So, take this as a call to action. Invest in yourself. Pursue the things that make your heart race. Build a life so engaging and vibrant that whether she chooses you or not, you remain a high-value man who is content, fulfilled, and always moving forward. Remember, life isn't about waiting for the right moment or the right person. It's about creating a journey that is worth every second of your time. And if you've resonated with this message, drop a comment below or simply type "Be hard to get" to let us know your thoughts. Your feedback is the fuel that drives us to bring you more insights into the Stoic mindset. Number 6. Know and manage your strong emotions. Have you ever felt that surge of emotion when you're deeply drawn to someone? It's a powerful feeling, isn't it? But here's the catch. If you allow that emotion to spiral into obsession or neediness, it can actually push her away. Imagine relying on a woman for your happiness. It makes you appear desperate, almost like a child seeking approval. This kind of dependence can be a huge turn-off. And let's talk about jealousy for a moment. Jealousy is nothing more than a manifestation of fear, a fear of losing something you value. But ironically, this very fear can drive the person you care about further away. Instead, embrace self-sufficiency in your happiness. Cultivate a Stoic mindset where your joy comes from within, not from external validation. High-value men understand this deeply. They know that the less they seem invested in a way that screams insecurity, the more attractive they become. Why, you ask? Because positivity is magnetic. When you exude a calm, collected energy, it's far more appealing than the anxiety or negativity that arises from neediness or jealousy. Remember, these emotions are rooted in a scarcity mindset, a fear that there isn't enough love or attention to go around. Shift your perspective towards abundance. As Epictetus once said, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Reflect on this. How can you become more self-reliant in your emotional well-being? What steps can you take today to foster an abundant mindset? When you cultivate joy independently, without clinging to external sources for validation, you not only win her attention, but also her admiration. It's this self-assured, stoic approach that truly defines a high-value man, a man who embodies the win Stoic philosophy, living with purpose, clarity, and inner peace. Number 7. Give her space. When it comes to building a meaningful connection, one of the most counterintuitive yet effective approaches is giving her space. This might seem contrary to your instincts, especially in a world where constant communication is often mistaken for care and interest. However, stepping back and allowing her some breathing room is a powerful move that can profoundly impact her perception of you. When you're always around or frequently messaging her, It doesn't leave much room for her to miss you or to genuinely reflect on her feelings about you. By consciously choosing to take a step back, you create an opportunity for her to experience what life feels like in your absence. This isn't about playing mind games or trying to manipulate emotions. It's about allowing a natural distance that can intensify her emotions and help her see your true worth. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." By giving her the space to enjoy the present without feeling pressured or overwhelmed, you foster an environment where her feelings can mature and deepen authentically. In today's fast-paced world, where everything is instant and accessible, patience and self-restraint have become rare virtues. This approach of giving space is an exercise in both. It reflects a Stoic understanding that sometimes less is more. It's about respecting her individuality and the natural rhythm of relationships. Think about it. If you're always in her sight, there's little chance for her to wonder about you, to miss you, or to appreciate the moments when you're together. By stepping back, you're not withdrawing affection, but showing confidence in the connection you've built. You're allowing her to feel the ebb and flow of emotions that are natural in any relationship, fostering a deeper, more meaningful bond. This is a subtle yet profound way of demonstrating your value without uttering a single word. Moreover, this strategy aligns with the Stoic idea of self-control and wisdom. It's not about the absence of action, but the presence of intentional action. It's about understanding the value of silence in a noisy world. It's about knowing that by giving her space, you're giving her the freedom to make a choice that is genuinely hers. And when she chooses to be with you, despite having the freedom to explore other options, it speaks volumes about the strength of your connection. Remember, the goal is not to be constantly present in her life, but to be unforgettable in the moments you share. By practicing this principle, you exemplify what it means to live with purpose, restraint, and confidence, key tenets of Stoic life lessons. In conclusion, understanding what is Stoicism and how it applies to modern relationships can significantly enhance your approach to love and connection. This principle of giving space is not just a relationship tactic, but a life lesson in patience, respect, and the natural unfolding of emotions. So, embrace the wisdom of giving space, not as a strategy, but as a philosophy of life. In doing so, you not only make her see your value, but also cultivate a deeper, more enduring bond built on mutual respect and genuine affection. After all, as Marcus Aurelius wisely put it, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. So, let your thoughts be wise, measured, and focused on the long-term beauty of a balanced relationship, enriched by the timeless principles of Stoic philosophy. Share your experiences or simply type Stoic happiness in the comments to let us know you're on this journey with us. Your insights are what keep this community thriving, and together we can continue to explore how Stoicism today shapes our lives in meaningful ways. Number 8. Let your worth shine. Naturally. When you're trying to make her choose you over other men, your true worth should be evident without the need for excessive effort or show. Imagine being at a gathering where she seems drawn to someone else, or maybe there's a guy in your group she seems to lean towards. It can feel like you're on the losing end of this invisible tug of war, but remember, it's not about forcing someone to fall for you. It's about naturally improving your odds. The world of dating is like a marketplace where women carefully consider their choices, evaluating men based on qualities that matter to them, such as confidence, empathy, and stability. Just as one might compare options when purchasing a car, deciding between an old, worn-out model and a sleek, well-maintained vehicle, you too need to understand your unique strengths and how they measure up to others. You aren't just in competition with those around you. You're part of a broader dynamic where everyone is seeking validation and attention. Recognize your competition not with envy or malice, but with keen observation. Notice their weaknesses, understand their fears, and learn from their strengths. If you identify a gap or a flaw in their approach, use it strategically but never maliciously. Consider a story of a modern-day professional navigating this very scenario. Jason, a software engineer in his mid-30s, was at a corporate event where he noticed his longtime crush, Sarah, laughing with a colleague, Mark. Mark was charming, outspoken, and seemed to have an easy rapport with Sarah. At first, Jason felt a pang of jealousy, thinking he could never compete. But instead of dwelling on what he lacked, Jason decided to focus on his strengths. He was thoughtful, reliable, and financially stable, qualities that, over time, have proven to be more valuable than fleeting charm. Rather than trying to outdo Mark in a loud, attention-seeking way, Jason chose a subtler approach. He engaged Sarah in meaningful conversations, remembered the small details she mentioned, and offered genuine support when she faced challenges at work. Slowly, Sarah began to notice the depth and consistency Jason brought into their interactions, contrasting sharply with Mark's superficial charm. Jason didn't need to boast about his achievements or flaunt his financial stability. His actions naturally demonstrated his value. His worth shined through, not because he tried to overshadow someone else, but because he simply allowed his authentic self to be seen. So ask yourself, how can you let your worth shine without seeming like you're trying too hard? What are the qualities that make you stand out? Often it's not about showcasing wealth or status, but about showing depth, reliability, and genuine interest in her well-being. Use your life story, your experiences, and your authentic self as a beacon of your value. The aim isn't to belittle others or to make someone feel inferior. Instead, it is about becoming the best version of yourself and allowing that version to naturally attract those who are aligned with your values. In Stoicism today, true happiness is found not in comparing yourself to others or in constant competition, but in self-mastery and personal growth. Remember, it's not just about being the best man for her. It's about being the best man for yourself first. When you focus on cultivating your own value, others will naturally be drawn to your light. So, how will you show your true worth today? What steps can you take to let your authentic self shine, ensuring that those who are meant to see your value truly do? Reflect on these questions, for in them lies the path to becoming irresistibly attractive, not just to her, but to everyone around you. Number 9. Be open about your feelings. When it comes to capturing her attention and making her choose you over other men, embracing a Stoic mindset is key. Let's talk about a vital step that many high-value men often overlook: being open about your feelings. In a world where games and mixed signals are the norm, straightforwardness is a rare quality that truly stands out. Think about it. How will she know you're interested if you never show it? Marcus Aurelius, a renowned Stoic philosopher, once said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." This applies perfectly to relationships too. If you find yourself holding back, waiting for her to make the first move, or hoping she can somehow read your mind, you risk losing her interest altogether. She might be left wondering if you even care, or worse, she may think you're not interested at all. And guess what? In that void of uncertainty, someone else might come along who isn't afraid to express how they feel. Don't be that guy who looks back with regret saying, "I should have told her." Shyness, fear of rejection, these are barriers that exist only in your mind. A high-value man with a win Stoic attitude knows that it's better to face potential rejection than to be plagued by the endless what-ifs. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen if you show your feelings? Yes, she might not feel the same way, but at least you'll know where you stand, and more importantly, she'll know where you stand. This clarity is a cornerstone of the Stoic mindset, which teaches us to focus on how we can control our own actions and reactions. Remember, confidence isn't about always getting a yes. It's about having the courage to put yourself out there, to be vulnerable, and to be real. How often do we miss out on great relationships because we're too afraid to speak our truth? Open communication builds a foundation of trust and shows her that you're serious about what you want. Isn't it worth the risk to make her see you as the high-value man you are? So the next time you find yourself drawn to someone, take a page out of the Stoic playbook. Be direct, be honest, and let her know. Don't wait for the perfect moment to create it. Life is too short to leave important things unsaid. If you find these insights helpful, don't hesitate to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's continue to explore the profound influence of Stoicism together. Number 10. Remember, you have always got options. Understanding that you always have options is one of the most powerful mindsets a high-value man can cultivate. When you adopt an abundance mindset, you start to see the world as a place overflowing with opportunities, not just with women, but in all areas of life. This shift in perspective is liberating. It frees you from the chains of fear and anxiety about losing one specific woman, because you realize that she is not the only one who can add value to your life. If things don't work out with one woman, it's not a catastrophe. It's simply a nudge from life that your story continues elsewhere. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher, once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." When you embrace the thought that there are many potential partners out there, you naturally start interacting with women from a place of freedom and confidence rather than desperation and fear. You become unfazed by rejection because you understand that it is not a reflection of your worth, but rather a matter of compatibility. Instead of worrying about competing for her attention or stressing over her choice, you shift your focus to the things that truly matter: your own growth, your values, and your path in life. This mindset empowers you to move on gracefully, knowing that there is always another opportunity around the corner. In modern life, this approach can be incredibly valuable. We often find ourselves caught in a cycle of scarcity, believing that we must cling to whatever we have because there might not be another chance. This is particularly true in relationships, where many people feel they must settle or hold on to the first person who shows them interest. However, adopting an abundance mindset helps you realize that there is always another opportunity, another door waiting to open. It enables you to act with calm and poise, knowing that your happiness and worth are not contingent on any single person's attention or approval. If you're not feeling this level of confidence yet, remember that it's perfectly okay. Confidence is a journey, not a destination. Start by recognizing where you are right now and remind yourself that there are endless possibilities waiting for you. Trust in the abundance of the universe and focus on becoming the best version of yourself. With time and practice, you'll find that you attract not just one, but many opportunities that align with your true self. As Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Apply this wisdom to your interactions, and you'll discover a world full of chances and choices, all awaiting your confident, composed presence. By maintaining this mindset, you position yourself as a high-value man, someone who is desired not for his desperation, but for his self-assured presence and understanding of his own worth. So, let go of the fear of loss. Embrace the abundance of options life presents, and watch as the right opportunities come naturally to you. Remember, your journey is unique, and every experience is just another step toward finding the person who truly values you for who you are. And in this journey, you learn not just about others, but also about what it means to live by Stoic life lessons, truly understanding what Stoicism is and how it can empower every aspect of your existence. Number 11. Dodge the romance trap that pushes her away. When it comes to winning a woman's heart, many men fall into what I like to call the romance trap. It's tempting, isn't it? The idea that one grand romantic gesture, a bouquet of roses, a surprise weekend getaway, or an expensive piece of jewelry will suddenly make her see you as the one and only. But let me tell you something. True attraction isn't about how flashy or bold your moves are. It's about the feelings you evoke in her every day. Think about this. How often have you seen or heard about men trying to impress with gifts or over-the-top declarations of love? These gestures, while sometimes appreciated, are far from unique. For women who are often admired and pursued, such overtures can become routine. What's more, these displays can sometimes feel more like attempts to win a competition rather than build a genuine connection. This is especially true when you're new to dating. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement, to feel a spark with someone new every other day, leading to a flurry of well-intentioned but misguided romantic attempts. But here's the hard truth. All the grand gestures in the world won't replace the authentic connection you create through understanding, shared values, and the comfort of being truly seen. Now, let's tie this back to a practical modern example. Think of a successful entrepreneur who's always busy, juggling meetings, deadlines, and projects. He meets a woman who catches his eye, and immediately he starts thinking of ways to impress her. He buys her an extravagant gift, thinking this will win her favor. But while she may appreciate the gesture, what she's really looking for is not a man who can buy her things, but a man who understands her, who makes her feel seen and valued even in his busiest moments. What if instead of spending on an expensive dinner, he took the time to ask her about her day, to listen intently to her dreams and worries? This approach shows that he values her as a person, not just as a prize to be won. This is where Stoic happiness and Stoicism today play a crucial role. Stoicism teaches us that true contentment comes from within, not from external validation or possessions. By focusing on building genuine connections, you're practicing Stoic happiness. You're finding joy in the shared moments, in the quiet understanding, rather than the fleeting thrill of a grand romantic display. So I ask you, what would truly make you stand out to her? Is it another predictable gift, or is it being the one who makes her feel comfortable, understood, and valued in a world full of noise? Open-ended questions like these can help you reflect on your approach and realize that sometimes less is more. A small, meaningful gesture, a thoughtful question, a sincere compliment, a genuine smile can mean far more than an elaborate display. In the end, the lesson is clear. Don't fall into the trap of thinking you need to perform or outdo others to earn her affection. Instead, focus on creating a space where she feels emotionally safe and understood. That's the true power of Stoicism today, an unwavering commitment to authenticity and connection, which, in turn, leads to Stoic happiness. Number 12. Avoid the not enough mindset. In the journey to becoming a high-value man, understanding the Stoic mindset is crucial, and one of the most important steps in this journey is to avoid falling into the not enough mindset. When you are trapped in a scarcity mindset, your perspective becomes narrow and your view of the world is limited. You start seeing your choices as few and far between, and any sign of interest from a woman feels like a rare gem that must be safeguarded at all costs. This mindset often leads to a state of constant anxiety, where you're overly cautious, second-guessing every word you say or action you take, fearing it could be the wrong move that ruins your chances. But let's be honest, isn't this mindset a prison of your own making? It's a trap that prevents you from truly connecting with the women you desire, and from living with the confidence that comes from knowing your worth. Think back to that first high school crush. Remember how every glance felt like the universe was aligning just for you? And how every word was scrutinized, every move calculated. That's the scarcity mindset at work. It's as if you're constantly walking on eggshells, afraid that the slightest mistake will cause everything to crumble. But here's the truth. This mentality only serves to limit you, not just in relationships, but in every aspect of life. Marcus Aurelius, a revered Stoic philosopher, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is precisely the lesson here, to shift from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance. When you adopt a Stoic mindset, you understand that your value does not diminish based on someone else's actions or reactions. Instead, you remain grounded in your self-worth, recognizing that there are countless opportunities for genuine connection when you are authentically yourself. As we conclude this video, remember that understanding a woman's heart requires a balance of authenticity, confidence, and genuine interest. By embracing your unique qualities and maintaining a genuine approach, you become irresistible and stand out among others. Now, it's time to put these 12 Stoic principles into practice and let them guide you toward personal growth and happiness. How will you apply these lessons in your relationships? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let us know. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Win Stoic for more empowering content. Your journey to becoming a high-value man starts here. Thanks for watching. In today's video, we discussed 5 crucial things you should never tell any girl if you want to maintain your high-value status as a man. These Stoic life lessons are key to keeping your self-respect and boundaries intact, while ensuring you're not giving away too much too soon. Now, it's time to put this wisdom into practice. How will you apply these principles to your relationships? Share your commitment in the comments, and I'll spotlight the most uplifting response on our channel. Remember, your journey to becoming a better version of yourself starts with a single step. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for your daily dose of unfiltered wisdom here on Win Stoic.